Rob from bestproteinpowderonline.co.uk, and today I'm going to be reviewing a protein powder by Optimum Nutrition called Gold Standard 100% Whey. Today I'm going to be covering what the protein shake is used for, the cost, the mixability and taste, how effective it is, and then summarising with the good and bad points. I would categorise this protein powder as a size and strength protein. The reason for this is because it has high level of protein and a small amount of carbs. It's about 77% protein, around 7% carbs. The protein powder is made up of mainly two proteins. They're both whey proteins. One is an isolate and one is a concentrate. The isolate is considered a higher standard. It's been through more processing, but it contains less lactose, fats and carbs. The concentrate is the, well, you could say the purest form of protein because it contains more lactose, fats and carbs, but it has gone through fewer filtration processes. So this is ideal to use for a post-workout shake. The isolates will be quicker to absorb, so they should get to the muscles faster and give the muscles what they need, which is the proteins after your workout. The amount of carbs is small, but it should be sufficient to help create a muscle building state by releasing insulin after your workout. I would say this is around a mid-range cost option. It's about £2.29 for per 100 grams. You've got the higher end, which is kind of up to the high £2 and sometimes a £3 range per 100 grams. That's things like the Dimetize ISO 100 shake. LA Muscles, LA Whey is very expensive. That's £3 something per 100 grams. At the lower end you have the My Protein, which is usually a good protein powder, but in this instance what you'll find is that it's not using a whey isolate. So the one we've reviewed is the Impact Whey. It's not Impact Whey isolate, and it's derived from a whey concentrate, and that's much cheaper to produce. If you compare it to this one, which is a mid-range, which has a mix of isolates and concentrates, then if you compare that to something like a Dimetize, which is all hydrolyzed whey, and that is much more expensive to produce, so that's why you have the differences in costs. This mixes really well. There were no issues when I used it. It tastes good. This is the French vanilla cream flavour. It tastes very nice actually. It tastes quite thick, quite like a smoothie, even though I put the standard amount of water in, probably 250-300 ml, and I liked it. I thought it was very good. This protein powder is instantized, which means that you can just put it into a glass of water and mix it up with a spoon and it should dissolve into the water. So that's why it mixes very well. And it's ideal if you've forgotten your shaker at the gym or you don't want to take one. Just take a sachet or take some in a little bag and you can just put it into any drink. Powder. It has good levels of protein, small amount of carbs, but you do want that post-workout. You could probably have it as a snack as well, because it's not too high in carbs. So mid-afternoon, evening snack to replace something else that you're having which isn't as good for you. And I think that it's very difficult to say exactly how effective it is compared to other protein shakes. But we do know that you need a good source of protein post-workout. And the fact that they're using a whey protein isolate, at least in the majority of the powder, is a good sign. It means that it will absorb quickly and it will deliver the proteins and the branched chain amino acids to your muscles that you need post-workout. So it's good. I believe that it is effective. and it doesn't cause any bloating or any issues. I didn't find it did that anyway. So I think it is an effective protein powder. This isn't aimed at a high performance athlete unless it's a sort of snack and it's not post-workout. For someone who's doing much more high intensity taxing work compared to someone who's going to the gym, they would need a different type of shake, more of a recovery shake which has higher levels of carbs in. So if you are a gym user and you're weight training, this is a good solution, and I can see why this is a popular protein shake. First up, the good points. I like that it's got whey protein isolate in the shake. That's a good sign. For me, it's a better quality protein. It's got fewer carbs and lactose in it, which is ideal. And it's got high levels of protein, which is good. It mixes well. It tastes good. It's very convenient. It's also averagely priced, so it's not too expensive. On to the bad points. I would say that I don't like the amount of sweeteners and kind of artificial parts to this protein powder. I think they could have done it without adding those in, gone for more natural flavourings and additives. So for me that is a bit of a negative. They could also have added some additional ingredients, so maybe some extra BCAAs, because they know that this is aimed at people who are going to the gym and need that those extra amino acids post-workout for muscle growth and repair. So perhaps they could have added that. If you look at some other protein powders in the range, yes, they do add those. On the flip side, you could say, well, I just want a pure protein powder. So this is a pure protein powder, but I think they've moved away from having it completely pure because of all of these added bits and pieces. So overall, I would say that I would give this shake an 8 out of 10.